Some of you may have guessed, this video today is going to be talking about guinea pig cage cleaning solutions, what ones I recommend, don't recommend, and this is going to be a collab with Guinea Pig Mania and with Guinea Pig Guardian. So you will see snippets of their videos or hear their audio voices within this video. And I thought it was a very important subject to talk about. Not many people have really fully discussed it. A lot of creators have, they talk about using white vinegar and water, which is perfectly fine, but they never always, they don't always go into reasons why they do that. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about why I use this solution for cleaning my guinea pigs. So, as you know, we're going to be talking about methods on what to use when cleaning cages, whether we should remove our guinea pigs while cage cleaning or whether we shouldn't. Now, everybody does things differently. For me, most times I keep my guinea pigs inside of the cage. When we're referring to my boys, Bruno and Mateo, during weekly cage cleans, I tend to use a fragrance-free baby wipe. And once a month, I will undo all of the grids and the Velcros, and I will thoroughly wipe down the entire canvas liner with white vinegar and water. And if I feel it's really, really, really bad, then I will even toss it into the washing machine, which thankfully I haven't had to do yet. But that is my system for cleaning my boys' cages. If I'm just doing the weekly clean and I am using the baby wipes to wipe down the canvas liner, I usually leave them inside the cage, and usually there is no issue because my guinea pigs tend to mostly stay at the opposite end of where I'm cleaning. Now, of course, when we're talking about what you should do with your guinea pigs, you have to decide what will work best for you. Try different ways and get a feel for a system that's going to work for you, because there is no right or wrong way. When doing a deep clean, a fully deep clean once a month with my boys, I usually will remove them from their enclosure while I work on it, because I have to undo Velcros, which means I have to take the grids off the table, and I don't want anything bad happening. I don't want them to fall off the table and hurt themselves. So I will generally do one at a time, and I will place them either in the portable collapsible playpen, or I will put them into the carrier that I have sitting in my front closet. And so that way they are kept safe while I do my deep clean of their enclosure. Let's talk about how I clean my girls' cages. I'll see you upstairs. Whatever the length of the first main liner is the space that I work in. And once that's all removed, usually all the guinea pigs congregate from the one side, and they all go to the opposite end. So I feel confident that I can clean my guinea pig cages using this 50-50 white vinegar and water solution while they remain inside. Now, when I do an extreme deep clean to the point where I take apart all the coroplast to get every nook and cranny and use elbow grease to remove pee stains and so forth, that is the main time that I will remove my guinea pigs from their enclosure to do this. I don't do it that often, but it does get done. So, vinegar is an FDA approved item. It is a food grade item. It's used as a condiment. You can use it on your food, french fries, whatever it might be. But it's also known to have antibacterial properties, and I think that is why a lot of restaurants use white vinegar mixed with water as a cleaning solution for sanitizing their tables.
I know there's a lot of cleaning videos out there, but I've noticed that maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I can never find like enough acrylic cleaning videos for enclosures, especially mine, because they get dusty and gross awfully fast. So I finally broke down and went to, or ordered off of Walmart like a month ago, Plexi Clean for the acrylic, because I have subscribers who have been on my case, rightfully, about cleaning the acrylic. So I finally did it, broke down and bought this. I will say that I am not sure if it's actually guinea pig safe. So the way I do it, don't do it, miss. So the way I do it is I spray this on this microfiber cloth and just go around and wipe down and make sure it's dry, because some guinea pigs like to lick the sides, aka moose. And so not sure if it's safe, but so far nobody's been sick, nobody's been digesting it, so that's good news. But before we do that, I still need to dust bust. Actually, I don't trust you with this on the bed. So basically, I just go around in a circle. There we go.
Hey guys, I am Guinea Pig Mania, also known as Mickey, and I'm just going to be talking about these baby wipes that I use and how I clean and wipe down my cages. Alright, so I use technically three different things to wipe down and clean my cages. So first off is these baby wipes, and they do have aloe vera in it, and I will get to that in a second, but I use these to simply just wipe off the sides of the cage. And then I also use distilled white vinegar, and sometimes I do take this and dilute it in water. Not always, since I don't use a whole lot of this to clean, but it is suggested to dilute it. In case any of you guys do not know, aloe vera is toxic to guinea pigs when ingested. It has quite a few compounds in it that is toxic, and it is especially dangerous when consumed in large amounts. But these are on these wipes, so there is residue when wiping down the cage with these. If they were to lick it, it might cause some minor diarrhea because it's not a large amount. Also, I don't think they would lick it personally. I've never witnessed mine lick it, but when I am wiping the cages, they don't bother me. As you can see, there's a dirty spot, so I'm going to wipe it down and it's clean. It's clean when I wipe it down. And that's it. And there's not much residue on it. It's even on the wall. I don't even know how anything gets up here, by the way, but if they were to brush up against it and then groom their fur, depending on the amount that has soaked up into their fur, yeah, it can cause some damage, but it dries really fast. Like, that's not even wet anymore. I would also like to add, if I saw my guinea pigs licking after I wiped it or tried to get the wipe or anything like that, obviously I would stop using the wipes. I have not noticed anything different with their health, with their stools, nothing. So that is why I continue to use these wipes, because it does not negatively affect me and how I care for my guinea pigs. But if something were to happen, obviously, and that was the cause, I would stop. That's how most things usually go. It's the same if you were to have like a dyed hide. And when it comes to white vinegar, I either just pour it straight on the coroplast, or I get a rag, like a damp rag. I might soak some of that on it, in it, whatever, and wipe down the cage. And then it dries quite fast. If yours does not dry fast, you can take a dry rag or paper towel and just wipe it down. If you're worried about, things like that, wipe it down. But yeah, that is what I use, and honestly, if you want my full honest opinion, I would only suggest using white vinegar. It will not irritate them at all. Some other types of vinegars, like apple cider vinegar, can lead to staining, or because it's such a strong smell, it may irritate them. So diluted white vinegar is what I recommend. I would never tell someone to go out and get baby wipes. Now, if it's aloe-free and fragrance-free, then maybe. But kind of a hypocrite there if I were to say that. But yeah, diluted white vinegar. I just use these because these are easier for me personally. And I don't allow them to eat it. So yeah.
So as you can see, there are many different ways that you can clean the cage. Some people take their guinea pigs out of the cage and other people don't. But then there's some people who will do a combination of both. So there is no right or wrong way on how to clean a cage. The important thing is that you use pet-safe cage cleaners and that you do your own research on them. Don't always take someone else's word for it. So while I'm giving you my opinion about it, that doesn't mean that I could be perfect and always right. If I'm wrong, I'd love to hear from you. Comment down below. What cage cleaner do you use? What one would you recommend to others to use based on the different styles of cages that there are? I look forward to hearing from you.